Melodic Tech House in the style of Camelphat or inspired by Camelphat. A few of the characteristics of this type of Melodic Tech House, let's call it, is simply like a low bass line, some minimal percussions, some little accent element, and one thing that they use a lot in their track is noise, guys. So if maybe you think noise is just noise from outside, no, noise can be generated with the synthesizer. You can sidechain it, you can put some LF on it, so I'm gonna go in depth into that. And the accent in those tracks are also very important. Accent are just little signs here and there to make the track move forward, change, to create some accent. And they also use in their tracks some tom, some drum that I will be really be able to recreate for you guys, so you guys can understand how to make this type of track. If it is your first time watching, guys, your live electronic music tutorials always come with a Logic Pro X template. You see here I already use Logic Pro X, no plugins used most of the time. And then I do this episode with you, you watch the episode, after that I take it, create a template for you guys that's going to be better than what you see in the show because I put out some more work. Then I upload it to our site, weMakeDanceMusic.com, and guys, our site got over 6,000 DAW templates from 500 producers now. It's worth checking if you want to learn how to make a certain genre. You can get a track from a trance, or you can get a remake, which are very popular. Get remakes of all the hot tracks right now that have been remade by professional, that you can actually play the sample and stuff. This is very useful, guys. So let's get started from absolute scratch. What I use, Logic Pro X and cappuccino, flat white really, but I'm gonna pull this mic a little bit here. So guys, it's to make a track, any electronic music track will start with a kick, so I'm gonna go there into a kick. Check here, it's still a bit high. I'm gonna record a kick. Not sure I'm on beat. No, I'm just kidding, guys. So you take this, quantize it. It's not exactly the same length or whatever, but it's about triggering the sample in the Drum Machine Designer, which we should be able to see right here. So the sample is here, triggering it. Give myself a bit more juice. Then if you want to go a bit more in depth, just in case we do, you can look at the key of the kick. Now I'm in C. If I wanted to go the root key, I personally see I'm more like an E type of guy, but on E it doesn't sound so well. Let's go down an octave. I do like this. This is more tech house-y kind of. There's an enveloper on there, which I don't want. Get a bit more body now, the kick. And we'll continue, I'm gonna keep in mind the style they do, so I will try to adapt every bit of what we do today, with what I think they would also do. I'm gonna reselect it here. So the hats are generally in this tech house C closed hat, simple, high like this. Nothing too rolly. I would even say that the percussions are mainly super minimal in their stuff. Maybe there's a loop sometime, maybe not. But it's not the point. What we're trying to do here is to recreate a style. And I told you a little bit about maybe some rolling drums. So we have the deep tech blocks here, like these, which I think are definitely in this genre. So I wouldn't put them there. Off a little bit. So just like this, I'm probably like to drop a delay on them. Get send delay. Here we have a space. Something like this. I already have a good idea for the groove. There's a fly on my screen, guys. Channel 4. Move. Oh well, it's there. So I was talking to you guys about the accent. So basically, not a track, but I have a bit of a drum, so I want to go straight into those accents. For me, it sounds like either a brass or a string. I think the brass are good because you can, in the first part of the waveform, you put a bit of like an LFO, and it's not straight up sound, it's usually go up with the filter. And this is what I think we need to create some accent into this track. Let's try to get in key. No, not this, I would say. Something like that, just to start. So I'm gonna put it on the beat. I just want to sequence it simply, and then once I have the sequence, I can do what's needed with it. Listening to it, I think it would be better on half here. Then not too sure. This is very good. And to give it a bit more life, I'm gonna send it to the delay that we use for the percussion, which I thought was pretty good. It's just a stereo delay. I actually had a chance to do some mixing for a guy in the UK that do this exact genre, and I just tried to remember what the track was like, but it was so well done. I was wondering if it was one of the guy for Camelphat, because it was just exactly the style. So we have one. I think I will put a second one here, which would be a bit different. So I'm gonna go into strings. Into strings, and it's just very paddy, and some of those are actually super long to load. Ooh, that I like that. That is really in the genre that we're going for. So if I do a little pattern here quickly, it's not what I was hoping for, but this is gonna work. So this I can replicate right here, continue build up. Then I think I'm going to go straight into the bass, because I think we need a bit of a bottom element. And the bass for a track like that, to me at least, it's really kind of low subby, like for the people to dance, really. So this is the whole point, is to have some nice chunk. I'm gonna start with that. Just do a simple, I don't know if you guys know this bass pattern that was, I mean, for me this reminds me of 1990s dance music, because it was just, most tracks were like that. So simple, on the beat like this. Then I'm gonna try to pick a better sound, or to design this one a bit more in the genre I'm thinking about. This is not too bad, but I think I would go into adding a little bit of more decay. I think this one also got some nice noise, which is really in the genre. So what I'm gonna do now is, not meant to be cut there. So we cut on the bar here. So I'm gonna replicate what I have. So when I want to record some melody or something, we have the whole thing. I think I need a little bit more of another accent. So I like this little pattern here. We'll do this here. Hypnotic. I like it. It's so smooth. And now we're gonna go into the next instrument, and I'm gonna do that noise I was talking about. I think the easiest way to do this, retro synth, go super simple, take the shape here, drop it, mix oscillator 1 only, and that's a noise, guys. Of course, a noise like that is a bit harsh, but if we filter it like this, then I'm not going to give you a course on sound design now, but let's send some to the LFO, and then let's do the LFO more of a sync thing, and then we can do like a bar. Or we can even do like longer and go a bit mad. Let's do a 4 bar. And send a bit heavy. Vibrato could be good too. What I wanted to do is to have a little bit of a hit at first. So like this, and then I'm gonna sidechain it. Give it the pumping effect that we're looking for. So I'm gonna go into here. So let's drop a bit, I'm not gonna say melody, but let's drop a hit. Okay, so this is how to make. I think I would like it to a little bit more decay into this. I like it because the envelope is closing here, you can hear it. I think another cool trick to do with something like that is to drop some kind of modulation on there. So I'm going to do it straight onto the channel. I'm going to go modulation, probably a chorus would do. You can hear already that I think the default was definitely very good. You can go full. No. Sound like a plane. Great. Another thing that I would do also is to cut the lows, because the lows, they will take a lot of space in the mix. Then I'm gonna put on my secondary ruler here. Oh, secondary ruler. Just want to see the timing. So at 30 seconds, I'm gonna bring it to a minute long. I think what we're missing now. The bass is there, definitely. This is there, this is there. We need like obviously for this genre, we need a top kind of brass melody. So I'm not gonna say this is easy because doing a good one is not the easiest thing, but I think I can pull it off, you know, fairly well. So and this would really make the track that, and then of course if you continue in this genre, you would also add some vocals, Christoph, whoever, and some coffee. So let's see if I can take like a brass is more in the higher register here. Funnily enough, the people that designed this synth, which is Alchemy and Logic, their company was called Camelphat. So at some point I was thinking it was the same people. It isn't, because Camelphat got bought by Apple. And those guys are making music, they're British. I mean, as far as I know, it isn't the same people. I like this brass, but not so much. This is a nice swell. I'm gonna give myself a bit of a reverb in there. Where is it? Delay the reverb here. Just for my listening pleasure while I play the keys. It's always better to have it a bit more wet. So if you want to see how I make my melody, guys, my melodies, that is, actually made an episode about how I make my melodies, and like I record them real time like this, and then of course once you have the MIDI inside the sequencer, then you can play Control A, quantize. So I could do like a full sequence. Let's try if it would work if I would just sequence it like this in full. No, it isn't. So I'm still gonna replicate it. Then I would like to do a bit of another version of this. That means probably inverting this to here. It sounds and looks so basic, but then, you know, if you really, it depends on what you do. If you do a vocal track, I think you stop there, melodic wise and stuff, you really have everything you need. However, if you're doing just like a you know, like an instrumental track, then you might want to push it a bit further, which I will do now. So this here we can put a bit more in the back course, there's a lot more arrangement to do. So this, interesting. I think what I need really is a pad, which I think is missing in here. So I'm gonna take some of these keys here, and I'm gonna create like a really quick, simple pad. I'm gonna go into my pads here. Pads. And I haven't used a plugin yet, guys. Of course, I mean, if you guys know me and watch any other episode, you know that I'm not a plugin guy. So now we definitely have some texture. But we don't have sidechain though. We need some sidechain, guys, always. Sidechain here, deep tech kick. Nice texture here with this pad. I'm gonna drop the sidechain onto the reverb too. Oh, not on the stereo out, guys, sorry. I thought it was the reverb. Here, just after the silver reverb. A bit less intense. I'm not sure if oh, that would be nice also to send this noise to this big reverb channel here. Give it a lot more dimension. And I think this noise could also be a bit more boosted, in the top end. For that I can go back into the synth here, open it a little bit. Not too much. All of that from scratch, guys, in 20 minutes? I mean, you have to smash that like buttons, guys, because this is definitely another very interesting track. So I'm getting back into the groove, guys. I was really busy doing many other things, as I don't do only music production. I'm also a gardener. Well, I'm not gardening professional, but I like to grow some stuff. And I do many things like running. So guys, this is gonna be it for episode 244 of Your Live Electronic Music Tutorials. I tend to make those episodes a bit shorter, straighter to the point. You can see what's happening, get the template, really go deep into the sound. But the most important thing, guys, is may the sounds be with you.